Bars. Cook it up fast like a chef was a cheater. Lines on lines like a ref on a zebra. I'm elevated smoking on an elevator. Mounting up like a regulator. Not fat in the waiting room, but a heavyweighter.
Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This is Frankie Hovers of the world famous Flying Junkies, and I'm joined today by two of the most creative people on the planet. These gentlemen have made quite a name for themselves on the hip-hop scene over the years, and I'm honored to call them friends and confidants. Our rhyme families have roots going all the way back to the 90s, where we took over the airwaves via pirate radio and eventually tackled the internet and conquered the world. I present to you the local legends, Walt Grizzly and My-Grain McNasty. Welcome in.
Peace. What up?
Peace.
Gentlemen, welcome in. This is the FJunkies podcast, and I welcome you to the show. This is kind of an impromptu show. We're bringing this to the people just off the cusp. We had some great, amazing conversations earlier, and I wanted to kind of dive in on some things. Okay, My-Grain, we're going to start with you. Go ahead and give us a quick backstory on who My-Grain is.
I'm over here now, man. Where you want me to start at?
Start from the beginning, man. I think the people need to know who you are, bro. You know, you there's not a lot of explaining that needs to be done. You're one Google search away from greatness, right? But I want the people to kind of get a little bit of your origin story. You can start wherever you want. You know, if you want to start when you were from the day you were born, or you want to start, 5-10 years ago, whatever it is. The people need to know. Those who are tuning in right now, they're curious. They're wondering who these crazy looking dudes are right now, and you being a new energy to the FJunkies podcast. Definitely not a new energy to the set because you've been around a long time. But you being a new energy, I feel like people deserve to know who you are before we just jump in on today's topic.
I kind of always been. Like, I don't even have a birth date. But like as far as like out here, I remember meeting people around 99 as far as the local scene through battles, ciphers, things of that nature, open mics, UJ Empire, EJ's, that little bar, whatever they used to have there.
No doubt. We used to get down back in the day. That's what a lot of people don't know. It's if I could jump in and interject a little bit there. My-Grain is a legendary MC on the world stage scene. Okay, he's done some amazing things for the Central Florida scene, we'll say.
Big fact.
And it's hard to pinpoint you down to a certain scene because you're this. It's a worldly creature that you embody. So I know your family has some northern roots. Tell us a little bit about that. Where does your family originate from?
Well, my family, as far as like my immediate, they're from up north, Yonkers, Manhattan, all the boroughs. Some from Puerto Rico. Me, I'm from everywhere. I mean, I was born there, lived here, Cleveland, Atlanta, Kentucky.
Wow.
Came back here.
Wow. So you really are over here now.
He's over here. He's over here now.
If nobody knows, if you're tuned in and you don't know the phrase "I'm over here now," and you don't say it in the My-Grain accent, then you're not over here now. It's like a legendary thing, bro. You have your own built-in catchphrase, and probably your own theme song when you walk around too, I would imagine.
Hey, people say it and probably don't even know who I am, because I've heard people saying it around me and don't even know who the fuck I am.
Wow, that's big. That's interesting. That's interesting. You have such a popular catchphrase that it transcends you as a person. Like you could go away tomorrow and people would still be saying this.
Yeah. Whoa. Go where?
Over here.
To all those places you said you were from.
Over here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's one of the things we strive for as artists. Is we strive for a longevity. And a lot of times we think, we're going to find it by doing this song, or we're going to find it by doing this amazing show. And the fans decide for us, because I remember you were saying that was just a habit. It would just pour out of you. You would say, I'm over here now, and everyone around you had a reaction to it that I think you caught on and you were like, yo, I got something here, and it just sort of stuck to the culture. It's stuck to the ribs of the culture. And people, like I watched the video one time you had maybe 30, 40 artists back to back saying, I'm over here now. I'm over here now. You know, T-shirts, stickers. You've used it in battles. You know, you might as well by this point, you should have a tour bus going through Orlando with I'm over here now written on it. And your face going, gas is $3.99, bitches.
That shit should be on the Lynx bus.
Well, by the time you see it, he gonna be over here now.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Dope. I've heard people saying that, you know, like celebrities. I don't know if they heard it from me or whatever, but the way they say it, sometimes it makes me think like they've heard it from me before.
Oh yeah. Nah. Hey, listen. You got to remember where you're from. You embody the world, but you're from Florida, right? And Florida is currently being looked at because we are the blueprint for everything. You know, it starts in the South and trickles up. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, it comes from the North and it goes down." Yeah, if you're talking fashion. But when people are looking for something new and cutting edge, they're coming here to Florida for it, you know? It's been that way forever. Look at Lou Pearlman and the Cookie Cutter, you know, the Backstreet Boys, the NSYNCs, right? You know? So it is what it is, man. I feel like Florida, Orlando, Central Florida, Tampa, Miami, Jacksonville, they set the stage for the rest of the world. They set the stage for Texas, California, and even New York on a lot of levels, you know? So so there it is. My-Grain, the worldly type, Mr. Worldly in the building. Welcome into the FJunkies podcast. Yes, Mr. Walt Grizzly. We're gonna jump on to you next. Walt, I know you've been on the show before, but for those who are tuning in for the first time, go ahead and give us a little backstory. Tell us a little something about your origin.
It's Walt Grizzly, man. It's the monster. You know what I mean? Orlando official, East Orlando official, hatched late in '79. You might find some remnants of glass resins and trichromes in the Everglade area, all the way to the north, all the way to the west. You know what I mean? Like, I'm East Orlando representative, Orlando, Warheads, Thirsty Bunch, ACLSD. You know what I mean?
There he is.
It's the legend, man. It's the legend. I'm over here. I'm still over here, man. He over here now. I'm still over here, though. Man,
so now we got a rival T-shirt company. I'm still over here.
To my man My-Grain, because I've been rocking him for a long time, man. That's the legend right there.
No doubt.
Man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. This is a blessing because I'm excited to have all you guys in a room together because of we're all kindred spirits. We're all children of hip hop, of the music biz. We're all artists in our own right. And it's something it's almost long overdue that we're having this session right here and kind of jumping back and forth. So here we go. So let's jump in on this.
Hey, before you jump in on something, let me tell you something real quick.
What's up?
Right? Just what you was talking about. I wanted to wait until you introduced me to be respectful and everything. You know what I mean? You was talking about, you know what I mean? My family from up north and out everywhere too. You know what I mean? Big up New York, big up Cleveland, big up ATL, Florida, whatever. And like you was talking about, that people got to come. Yeah, but you know what? Growing up in Orlando, growing up in that land, everyone from somewhere else. Like I said, it's the melting pot. I told you that before. So we got all the ill styles from up north, from out west, from the islands, from the people that's local to them areas. So it don't gotta come there, but we originate our shit from there with them influences. You know what I mean? So big up to all them spots. Big up top. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people say, Florida's the sixth borough because we all got family from NY. Yeah. my grandma
I like that.
Out west, you know what I mean? So you know what I mean? We got to put it down for everyone else and show respect to everywhere else. But, you know what I mean? Big ups to Orlando, the war zone, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Florida, the sixth borough. I like that. That's clever. That's clever.
Well coached. It's like G Kundo.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Word.
Dope. All right, cool. Well, there we go. So we've established who you gentlemen are. For those who haven't been to the club, they now know who the club bouncers are. So they will definitely not be fucking with the entry fee. So let's move on real quick, guys. I got a quick thing I came up with a little earlier today. You and I, all three of us, we were on a chat for about an hour or so. And we were having such a great conversation. We were like, man, let's just capture this, you know? So we planned to meet up a little later. Everybody went and did their push-ups. Had a little meal, you know what I mean? And we came back in. So here we go. We are gathered here today, gentlemen, to talk about hip hop. The art form, some would argue, was born in the Bronx, stolen by Queens, and manufactured in Manhattan. Ooh. A sound that some would say blossomed in the 90s and died in the 2000s. Gentlemen, I ask you the all eternal question, one that will be asked and answered at the gates of heaven. What does the term hip hop mean to you? My-Grain, we're going to start with you first.
All right, you tell them. Go ahead, My-Grain. Go ahead, man.
Well, I mean, I go with the with a lot of people may agree, some might not, but it's the culture. It's not the music, it's the culture. With the elements, you know, you got the 4 to 5 elements or whatnot. I ain't got to break that down. Everybody knows who that is, what that is, or whatever.
Let's extrapolate on that, because maybe not everybody does. You got a lot of these young cats that are like the 4 or 5 elements, you know. So and this is good for me too, because we need to. All right, so there we go. So Walt broke one down. MC. What else we got?
We got the graffiti, breaking,
B-boy, breaking,
and
DJing.
Yes, sir.
And MCing. No,
right.
There we go. So there's the 5, right? So the 5 elements of hip hop. I wonder who was the first person? Was it KRS-One that was talking the 5 elements of hip hop first? It had to be somebody before him, right?
I don't know where that stems from, but I just know it's been around since I could remember.
That'd be a good question. Who originated the 5 elements of hip hop?
Yeah,
I would imagine
whoever originated it. We didn't know about them because there wasn't cameras and recorders back then. They did that on the block.
Facts.
When you said Bronx, that's big to because that's where the shit really popped off with the. You know what I mean? I'm from down below, so I show respect to that. But the first people that really popped that off, we probably ain't ever gonna know. You can see where it originated, where people heard it from.
Yeah,
it came from up there. It came from people. It came from a getting off the disco era and that shit. You know what I mean? Break beats.
KRS made it popular.
Yeah, that might be more accurate, you know, because I could see someone like KRS sort of, you know, dancing around some of the OGs of hip hop, and you know, and they're all trying to come up with what these elements are. The only reason I bring KRS up is because he's one of the people that mentions the 5 elements a lot, and he has the that University of Hip Hop where he teaches the 5 elements as an actual university course, you know, as an educational course. So you would imagine it was him, but I think you guys are right. I think
now reign supreme, like, you know what I mean? That's why he's a teacher, you know what I mean?
So Walt, while I got you, since you're on the mic right now, man, give us your definition of hip hop. What does the term hip hop mean to you?
He said the same thing. It's an embodiment of all that, of the culture. Like, I mean, that's just what it is. Like, it is those elements. You know what I mean? No matter who brought it or who took, like, that, it's a culture and it's a feeling. It's a vibe. It's all of that. So like when you got the DJ and the hip, like all of that, it's the culture. So hip hop to me, it could mean something different to everybody, and that's what art is about. So you could take it how you want to take it and do what you want to do with it. Just don't disrespect the art. You know what I mean? Like that is art. To me, hip hop is art. It's a certain type of art, and it's art, and it represents a certain culture, and that's what it is. That's what it is to me.
No doubt. Okay. So we've established what hip hop means to you guys, and here's what I'm hearing.
Quick, let me say something real quick. Like,
yeah.
Hip hop, right? I don't like when they be saying, like this new music, they just want to call it hip hop when it has nothing to do with any of these elements.
That's where I was about to touch on. Here's what I was. Let me throw something in real quick, My-Grain. Not to cut you off, brother. Here's what I'm going to say, because you're right, because you're transcending now. You guys made me think right now. Is hip hop still relevant today? And because when you guys mentioned the 5 elements, nowhere in there did we say this is not allowed. This is not allowed. So in a lot of ways, hip hop is still around today. Would you guys agree? Like hip hop still exists today?
Yeah.
Hip hop's always been around. Yeah.
It lives in me, and I'm here, so I know that shit is real.
Do you think it lives in the youth of today? Do you think, you know, these new age artists that are coming out can embody that?
Some of the youth, but I think a lot of the mainstream does not embody that. The mainstream.
So what would you call their music if they're claiming hip hop?
It's rap music.
Music, okay.
It's the difference between hip hop and rap, bro.
It's urban contemporary.
No doubt, right? No doubt. Okay.
And then between that and pussy pop, like that new shit trying to call out, like, and mumble rap. Now they got too many genres of everything, like. If it ain't hip hop, it ain't hip hop. You know, and you can still rap and be ill. You can still do this and be ill. I ain't hating on no, but at the same time, if you're talking hip hop, nah, you got to embody all that. Like that. That's just what it is.
Okay, all right. So let's do this, guys. Let's jump on a new level here. Since we're already on the essence of hip hop, the energy of hip hop, the beginnings of hip hop, the origins of hip hop. Let's talk about if hip hop is experiencing a second awakening. Right now, we have a lot of groups coming out, and they're embodying a sound that you and I have been making since the 90s, right? And it's sort of like it's becoming popular again. With artists like Griselda coming out, putting out their sort of iconic hip hop sound. Like I heard, I had an argument the other day with MIM about whether they were a classic hip hop group or do they just sound like classic hip hop groups. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of the group Coast Contra. Have you heard of them yet?
I have not.
Okay, so these guys sound like a mix of hieroglyphics and Chief Rocker #1, Chief Rocker, Lords of the Underground. They have this 90s uppy sort of vibe to them, and they're really, like, in my opinion, like Griselda, Coast Contra. I can't think of any of the other names off the top of the head, but some of these guys are bringing back hip hop as we know it.
But see, we older too, and they paying homage, and that's a dope thing. But that's we talk about on that, like, you got to bring it back. If you're gonna bring it back to where, okay, so like that, people gonna call us old heads now. When we was young, we used to be like, oh, the old heads on, and they'd be like, flip, flop, the rain was wet, I was wrong. Like, now the rhyme style has changed, the graffiti even has changed. The DJ, if you still pay homage to that shit and it's still live, hip hop gotta grow like anything else. It gotta grow. If it grows outside of that, like he was saying, then it's something different. Then it's a different. But if it's paying homage and certain things, you can pay homage like
okay.
Without
let me throw some names out there, and we'll start with My-Grain first, and then we'll go Walt second, My-Grain first. All right. So I'm gonna throw a name out there. Give me like the first 5 words that comes to your mind when I throw the name out there. R.A. the Rugged Man.
R.A. the Rugged Man is definitely hip hop. He's an MC. He's a wordsmith. He's a lyricist. He's a poet. He's a fucking nut. You know what I'm saying? He's a spokesman. R.A. the Rugged Man is dope, man.
Yeah.
He can speak about, he could rap and speak about anything under the sun. That's how I feel about R.A. the Rugged Man. I fuck with him because his creativity. It's not one of my favorites, but I fucks with him.
No doubt. And I know moving to the right there with Mr. Walt Grizz, I know you fucks with R.A. the Rugged because we've had many deep conversations on that. How do you feel about him continually putting music out that you guys said the old heads, right? That the young heads are kind of like confused by. They're sort of like, I don't get this,
Like all right, like he said, I fuck with RA since back in the Crustified Dibs days. Like, the thing is the fact that he can actually spit and he's a student of this shit. He really did his studies and he really do spat. Like, so like he said, he could watch my favorite MC of all time is Cool G Rap. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with AG, Andre the Giant from DI, like. You want to take it back, like certain MCs is going to give certain people a certain vibe, and they did the studies, they do the knowledge on it. So RA, like he studied that and he can spaz, like so all the wild shit and all that's the extra shit under the sun. That's the flavor he giving you. You know what I mean? Like when I go back to hip hop shit, like my G rap shit. Am I listening to a G rap and polo tape every day in the whip? Nah, but I might be listening to some soul shit from the '60s either.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I get you. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
But it's certain cats that really came up doing that, and that was what was dope back then. Because you're talking about the lyricism side of it. So like RA is a spitter. So dudes that spit, they all have their own style back in the day, and that's what's ill. So if you fucking with, some people might not fuck with certain, but if you fucking with it and they really going in and they did the knowledge and they grew up around that, that's what they doing, and they put it on to the next generation. That's hip hop. That's real hip hop. That's
okay.
And some of them just happen to have real good spittery, and some people just, it's, you know what I mean, whatever. Like Like you called out the Far Side. Like, yeah, it's Far Side dope. I fuck the Far Side. I fuck with Alcoholics heavy. All different. I can name a million rappers. I listen.
Licks are dope. Yeah, but I mean, see, so the reason I'm bringing up some of these people is because the Far Side isn't making music, but R.A. the Rugged Man is still putting stuff out. So I'm bringing up these artists. What was that?
He's one of the artists that continues to preserve hip hop. He joined be rapping and Master Killer, and who was it? Was it Ghost?
Yo, Ghost.
That's a deep way to put it. You said he's preserving hip hop. That is such a perfect way of putting it, because I agree with that. I agree 1,000%. I really do. All right, so let me throw another name out there for you guys. And this is, again, I'm going over old artists who are bringing it back and new artists who are bringing it current again, right? What do you guys think of Nems? Bing Bong.
I fuck with Nems.
Yeah.
The Bing Bong dude, right? All right. So, reason I bring him up is because I see this energy coming back, and I feel like we're having a renaissance right now. When I see guys like Nems on the block, and he's bing bonging out and he interviewing people, and New York City's back. It's all about the accent, the clothes, the vibes, the energy. It's all about bars and beats and boom bap again. I get excited, I know a lot of people want to hate, but Action Bronson is another one that, kept it pure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I fuck with Bronson heavy, man. Kept it real pure, real hip hop, So in terms of like the Nems movement, the Griseldas, the Coast Contras, and even some of our heroes like Method Man putting out new music recently, Xzibit putting out new music recently with Raz Kaz. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that there is? Are we? Let me ask you this question: do you think we're in the 80s, and that the 60s was hot in the 80s again because people found Led Zeppelin again, people found Pink Floyd again? People found these groups that were 60s, 70s groups. They resurged in the 80s and 90s. Are we going through a resurgence right now, a renaissance in hip hop?
I believe so. And we can hear it. We can feel it. It got us speaking this way. And the energy's coming back. And I think the way the world is evolving and what we're going through kind of helped that to happen with the lockdowns, the pandemics. It made everybody more cerebral.
Let's speak on that. Let's speak on that real quick. Let's not even glaze over that, man, because that's a deep topic right there you're talking about. What you're trying to say, hold up a second. What you're trying to say, My-Grain, is that because of the pandemic, things sped up, things accelerated, and we, instead of waiting 5 years for that to happen, it happened in 1 year. Does that sound accurate?
I think a lot of excess fat got eliminated. Like if clubs are shut down for so much time, you can't make club bangers. You're not going touring. You got to work on your art, so your art gets strong. And those who are strong about their art and really put in the work with their words or their music and or whatever, that's gonna show. And whatever all the people that are not that deep with it, they're gonna get eliminated.
Well,
all the fad music and all the music with no substance, it's not gonna last.
That's an interesting way to put it, man. A trimming of the fat. That is a great way to put it, because you're right. Like we experienced sort of a cutoff. Like you could not perform anymore. You could not, you couldn't do anything but go virtual at this point. And a lot of people went home and cried. They balled up and were like, I can't function anymore. I don't know how to work anymore. That's an interesting way of putting it. Trimming the fat.
But see, that also goes into the whole point of hip hop being a mindset and something that's instilled in certain people. Because even in the 90s and 2000s, there was stuff out there that was trash. But now we're in an era where you can hear everybody. So everyone can have a computer and a voice in their house and a sound. So you hear more, but all that little small shit ain't popping. Like people thought they was going to jump off on the new wave and like just because you got it's dope for people that's really ill and really in touch with the shit to be able to put their shit out themselves. But it's a double-edged sword, because now you hear all the trash. There was trash in the streets in the 90s, but it would never make the airplay. Now you just hear all of it. So it's like it seems like there's so much. That's why what he's saying, like when they carrying it on, like like it is kind of a resurgence, but at the same time, it's something that's always been there. Like he said, like it's something that it's still in you. If it's in you, it's in you. If you fucking with it, you fucking with it. If you feeling it, and that's the whole vibe of it. Is like if you really with it, like there are dudes that can spit now that might be young head that. You know what I mean? Whatever, that's ill, but they can be heard now. But everyone else can be heard as well. So you can hear all the track. You gotta pick through and cipher through. Like, well, I'm gonna do this. Like, but it is like everything goes around, comes around. Everything came back around.
It's like a sifter. You're dropping it through the sifter, and you got to find them gems. And it's like this. Let's say everything's post-apocalyptic, right? No internet, no social media. Who's gonna last?
Word.
Us, people from us and before us, because we know how to read maps. We know how to start a campfire. We know how to hunt.
I was about to say,
You're done.
I can start a fire. I can kill an animal. I can eat
Bear Grylls, nigga.
And I can
fishing, all those things. You know what I'm saying? I know
that's
people.
That's a great analogy.
Roadmap looks like.
That's a great analogy because you're right. I mean, in a lot of ways, we are Sherpas. We are our spiritual and physical world guides, you know. And I experienced that only because I deal with a lot of young heads, you know, sub 25 and under. And I could see that they're looking at me with a twinkle in their eye like, you can teach me something. Take me to the top of the mountain. I don't trust you to take me all the way. You know what I mean? But you can get me from the middle of the mountain to the top or from the bottom to the middle. They kind of know, you know?
Not to cut you off, you know what? They can also teach us something sometime.
Yeah.
Like my oldest son, he about to be 22. He play instruments, and there's times where even younger heads, I'll be like, I mean, like when they talk that old school shit, tell you like, yeah, man, come on, whatever, on some street shit, but on some real shit. And I taught that by my OGs back in the day. Sometimes you need to shut the fuck up and listen because what they saying, maybe it's not for you to tell them something. It's maybe for you to take something from them. So there's certain things they could tell us too. You know what I mean? Like, but it's that trade-off. It's like, are you willing to really take that and be humble enough to like take that trade and be like, all right, yeah. And even if you disagree with it, but still listen,
you still learn
at a certain point, then you can cut that shit off and be like, yeah, whatever. Like,
I wish I would have listened more as a child, as a teenager. I wish now I would listen more. It's one of my biggest flaws is not listening and just.
But we learn from both eras.
You know?
We learn from the old heads, and like you said, from the newer heads. Some of the new heads could teach us things that they're quicker with the technology because they grew up into it or whatever. They might find hey, this, that, and the third. But we could also learn from their mistakes. We learn from mistakes and greatness, trial and error.
So let me ask you a question then, right? To kind of cap off this particular subject here. How can we take advantage of this second wave, this second coming of hip hop?
Not be afraid to teach the youth.
Do we reject it or do we ride the wave? You know what I mean? Like I feel like we should ride the wave, and you're saying teach the youth, and I love that.
I feel like make your own wave, and see who go. Like you can be same beach, make your own wave. See who fucking with that one. You can get over that. You can do make your own wave though. Don't be afraid to ever do your own shit. Like don't. That's what back in the day before all this, you had to do your own shit. You didn't know if your shit was jumping or not. You just felt if that was it. And if you fucking with a live crew and live people, even not aside from rap shit, if you just talking to them, they gonna let you know if you talking some dumb shit or you really on some real shit. Like that's the same thing with music. Art imitates life. Life imitates art. We making it as we go. So it is all brand new.
Let me ask you guys this. Walt My-Grain, what's currently playing in your tape deck, your cassette deck, your streaming player, and do you co-sign any of these new age groups, any of the young cats? Is there anyone out there? I know Walt, on the last show you and I did, you mentioned Mock Hominy, and that was a young cat on the come up, So I don't know. It would be interesting for me to hear from you guys because we're all sort of like minds. What, if anything, are you playing currently in your box, old or new? What's the old or new shit you're playing right now every time you turn on your iPod or whatever the hell you're listening to, your Spotify? And Name me one new age current artist, and I don't mean an old cat. I'm talking a young head on the come up that you guys believe in.
Go ahead, take that, Grain. I got my playlist already. I'll tell you what I'm playing right now. Go ahead, Grain. You want to take that?
I mean, I listen to all types of shit. A lot of old school shit. I listen to movie scores. I listen to soundtracks. I like 38 Special.
Word.
Okay.
The Ransom, that Claude.
Shay Noor. She's one of the illest females ever did that shit.
Yeah.
Word. Same thing.
I'm not gonna lie, man. A lot of the just the vibes and the frequencies, a lot of the shit that they play on the radio or the industry, it just doesn't. It's not for me. I'm not saying it's whack or nothing or whatever, but it's just not my thing. Like, I don't listen to the Baby. I don't listen to Lil Baby. I don't listen to any of the Lils.
Yeah, I'm glad you went ahead of me.
It's not for me, but I know that it's not for me.
I'm glad you went ahead of me because I was about to say a lot of that new shit. I really just it's hard for me to fuck with. If I be at the crib or I be in a trap and they listen to it, like whatever, it's whatever. The Baby, I can fuck with some of his shit, but I'm not really playing that in the whip like that. Like I'm still playing the dramatics, bro. I'm still playing, like, for real. I'm putting In the Rain. I'm still listening to Sam Cooke, bro. Like, I'm not really listening to old rap.
Pink Floyd, Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah, you guys are like me, man. I tend to put on, like, something that, you know, I can vibe with, something that sounds real. Like, a lot of music I can't get with today's music because it has a synthetic sound to it. Like the other day, I'll give you an example. The other day, I'm sitting back, right? My son came through and we're listening to a song together, right? And that shit is like way up here. It's like, it's up there. It's way the fuck up there. And then a song from the 90s came in and it dropped way down. And he looked at me and goes, you see how the shit from the 90s is mixed differently? And I said to him, yes. I said, yes. You know what that is? That's dynamics. That's something that you bring up the volume yourself, and when you get it to that right level, you're like, "Ooh, this hits different."
That's having a
now they brought the level up for you already.
That's having an 8-track and a reel-to-reel and a DAT tape where you only got that much, and you already grew up listening to soul music or whatever you listen to in your house and funk, and then you going.
If you're listening off of a DAT, if you're listening off of any tape, cassette, you're getting Here's the thing, Walt. There's a science behind what you're saying. There's a science to what you're saying. We grew up on record players. We grew up on cassette tapes, right? And then the CD came out. The record and the cassette, the tape and the record, the vinyl record, produce more sound frequency than a CD does. If you take a CD and take a scientist and a spectral analyzer and analyze it, you're going to get this much range, right? If you analyze a vinyl record, that range is going to go like this, and you're going to get more range. We grew up on a different frequency.
Let me dumb that down real quick.
Go ahead.
Today's music is like a hit of crack. It's up here. You're going to be like this. But when it's done, you're going to be like, yo, that song's whack. Where's the next one? And it's like hits of crack.
That's a perfect analogy because I was going to say people's time span of how long they can listen to something too is like 10, 15. You got songs that's 20, 30 seconds.
And I'm not only talking about the energy. Here's the thing. I'm not only talking the energy, guys. I'm talking the frequency. So when you're listening with your ears, it hits you differently. Like I know the first time you guys heard some of the dopest music you've ever listened to was on 10-inch and 15-inch woofers. These kids are coming up on the Beats by Dre pill, Bluetooth radio, and a cell phone in their hand. It's a different way of listening to music, man.
Yeah,
it's in a different vein too. Like you said, like the way you listen to music right now at your spot, the way I'm listening. Like you said, it's different, but it's the way they putting it out. Like people's their mind frame, their time span is like nothing. It's like a few seconds. That's why they got all these apps. Is a few seconds, 20 seconds, 30. That's all.
15-second clips.
Yeah, their attention span is so short, and then it's 100,000 songs you can access. We used to have to go to the store, take the bus, go hear it from someone else, go to the store, see it ill cover, hope you get it, get the money to get it, get back home, find a way to play it, and then figure out if it's dope or not. So it had to be dope.
Let me ask you a question. Let me cut you off there real quick. Because you know, everything goes in cycles, and this reminds me of KRS-One. If you remember one of his lyrics, he says, "They make a record no more than 4 minutes and some seconds," right? And he's upset. He's like pissed off that people make records that are only 4 minutes long, because the era he comes from are 6, 8, 12, 22-minute long. One song, 22 minutes long, extended cut, whatever, you know? So when you say right now, oh, I'm only hearing 15-second songs, 30-second songs, right? You sound like KRS back in 89 going, everything is 4 minutes now. What the fuck? You know?
But you used to not be able to cut 15 seconds of reel to reel or that, or you had to have the mix, the dance part on there. You had to have the hook. You had to have the vert, like. And you couldn't always split that up on a record if you was just putting it out yourself back in the day. And especially like Park Jam shit. Like you had to really, the DJs was a big part of MC. Like it was the DJ and the MC. Like that was, like your DJ had to be fired. Like you had to really have some shit, John. Like the DJ got the party started. The MC set it the fuck off. The master of ceremony. You mastering the crowd. The DJ really rocking that shit. Like you had to really, now, like it ain't going like 4-track, 8-track, reel to reel, that like, and you could really put a little, like, I mean, and I fuck with it where I'll put a song a minute and a half. I have a song 6.5 minutes. It depends on the shit. Like, you know what I mean? But it's also the consumption of how you're able to get the music and what they were able to do back then compared to now too. So it's like I'm not even speaking on the quality of the music itself, like how you had to actually put it out. Like you had to really, if you only had the money to press up some vinyls and you had 3 songs, your shit's going to be 18, 20 minutes with 3 songs on it. You got 3 6-minute joints. Like, and you're going to put your beat on, you're going to let your DJ get off on that.
Yeah, not only that, but
quality. I believe in quality over quantity. Like, I don't even care how long the song is. I believe in quality over quantity and the attention span of the listener. That's what matters.
So let me ask you this, My-Grain. Do you think MTV has any role to play in the short attention spans of the current generation?
Media, whether it's MTV or social media, has a big part in that. The conditioning of watching short clips, making 15-second videos for Instagram or Vine. Remember Vine?
Sure. But I'm trying to take it back farther than that. I'm trying to take it back farther. I'm not trying to blame it on the last 10 years. Here's why. Because I recently watched something on MTV, right? And it was a Yo MTV Raps episode, and they were filming. I forgot the group that was there, but it was Ed Lover, Dr. Dre. And not the Dr. Dre everyone thinks, the fat Dr. Dre DJ.
The original,
right?
The original.
And they're filming everybody and they're doing this with the camera, right? The cameraman's holding the camera, right? And let's say I got 3 people I'm filming. He's going to the guy in the middle and then he walks backwards. He goes here, he goes here, he goes here. And he kept moving that fucking camera to the point where I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm going to throw up, you know? And then they cut away to the commercial. And I was like, this is the beginning of that short attention span. Get it in and out, 30 seconds. Here's an interview. Put the song.
That's still quality over quantity because they only had that much time on that reel. Yeah. But the people they was interviewing, the people they had on, had to have quality, or you ain't making the show. And like MTV, you brought up.
I mean, I'm not saying there wasn't any.
Video killed the radio star, like they said. Like that.
There wasn't any quality.
You can watch Music Box. If you lived up north, you could watch Music Box. You could watch and catch public access or whatever. Like
I lived it. I'm not saying there was no quality. You
had to be ill because you might only get a minute on the camera.
Because here's the thing. I'm trying to blame MTV for creating a frenetic culture of what we have now. Why we have TikTok, Instagram, and the short form rapid fire YouTube shit is, in my opinion, MTV's fault. When MTV
I don't think it's their fault. I think it's Time's fault. It's Time's fault.
Time.
They just jumped on quick. It's Time's fault.
They made it hot to cut. To think about when you watch Liquid Television, you saw 5 or 6 different cartoons in one shot within minutes. Within 5 minutes, you saw 4 different cartoons.
They had to.
You know, music videos being only 3 to 4 minutes long max. They had to inject in a MC talking in the middle, quickly interview a group, quickly, it's kind of like what happened here today. When we put this show together, we had to quickly put it together. It was like, if we don't do this now, it'll never happen. These people will not be in the room. We got Elon Musk and Bill Gates and Warren Buffett all in the room. Holy shit, we need to fucking get this right now. There's no waiting. So maybe you and I see it as quality because the rappers were quality, the artists were quality, but how do we not know that MTV wasn't just run and gun, do this as quick as we can? And in a weird way, they invented their own style.
But now,
their own shit.
Go ahead, Mike.
The machine, I think it's like micro over macro today. It's micro over macro. Like another, what you said, that liquid shit, like, what's that, robot chicken and shit?
Right. There you go.
All that condition is a whole machine. MTV is a big part of that for people who love music and love that type of culture. And that was tuning into that. Yo, MTV Raps, everything that you're saying. But I think there's so many layers to this shit. It's like a head of cabbage. So many things that contributed to that.
Yeah, it is deep. It is deeper.
News.
It is. No, it's much deeper. I'm just trying to, go backwards in time a little bit and go, where did it start? It's easy for us to go, Vine did it, MySpace did it, Instagram did it. And you're right. They perfected it. They took the ammunition and they went, bro, I could put this over here and make it shoot farther and faster. And they perfected it. But I feel like MTV...
The evening news used to be an hour at night. You sit, if you had a TV, you sit in front of the TV with 3 channels. You got UHF, you got 469, and then the Christian shit, whatever. You rent your shit up. You watch the news with your family if you want to watch the news. 1 hour, they talk about real. That's all the time slot they had. Now they got 24 hours. They got to fill that shit. That's what pisses me off about music shit in general now, because now there's full outlets for 24 hours. So if you got all the time in the world, why are you still putting out a little couple second snippet? Like, if that's all you got that's hot, or you know what I mean? Like, it's weird because the time has changed with how you're able to actually digitally get it and format it and put it out. But now there's more time. So now why are you making shit shorter when there's more time for you to really get your shit? And that goes with attention span. And so who knows where it really started. And I think it's time, like I said, it's time. It goes with everything. Everything is like that, where people's attention spans got shorter because we didn't have phones and computers in our hands when we was kids. We didn't have that shit. You literally had to ride your bike over to your homie's house around. You had to get your chores done, talk to your mama, ride around the corner on your bike, make sure your tire ain't flat. Get around the corner, make sure where you see a pile of bikes, then you go to that building, then you fuck with them homies, then you still got to get back to turn your fan off and get dinner. Like, you got times on shit. Like, now it's like everything is so quick, and so we didn't have that. It was like
microwave society.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah, and in certain ways it helps.
It's
in
a
certain
microwave
aspects,
society.
I'm an old school head. I'm an analog old school cat, man. I am an old head. Like, I remember when CDs came out, I was mad because I was still trying to get tapes, and I was mad because my tapes. I still got tapes I could play right now.
Still got tapes. Back to that.
I got CDs that within a week is done. The CD is done. It goes on the floor. Someone step on it. So the CD done. You can't listen to it. It's skipping. The tape. As long as your deck right, your tape gonna jump.
You know how many CDs I play frisbee with?
I microwave them shits.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You go on
frisbee with cassette tapes. You used to open them up and fix those motherfuckers.
Use the pencil.
Yeah, they were very different. It was analog. You gotta remember, it's analog and digital. As nigga said, with the pencil fixing that shit.
You had to get the
screws. Some of them you had to crack right along the seam without breaking.
The old Max L's you had to crack.
And re-glue them shits. You be re-gluing it like
all the tape. Yeah.
Facts. So since we're talking about the tape era, let me jump on one last thing because we're hitting about the 45-minute mark now, give or take. So I want to spend like the last 15, 20 minutes kind of knocking out the last of the timeline here. And then we can kind of sign out, and go be with our respective others. And again, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for joining the FJunkies podcast. Don't forget to check us out at Flying Junkies. I apologize. At Flying Junkies. You can go on Facebook and check us out at facebook.com/FJunkies podcast. If you want to get like the previews, if you will. They'll get like the sneak peeks. A lot of times we go live there.
Go to Flying Junkies. Fuck with my man Frankie,
Fuck them
man.
all. Go to Flying Junkies. I appreciate that, fellas.
Go check my man My-Grain, man.
Trying to make My-Grain McNasty in the building. My-Grain. Let me hold on. Whoa. I got a fucking problem.
I just got an emergency. Hold on, I got emergency alert. Tornado warning. Let me get this
thing. Yo, Grain, I got a bone to pick with you. I heard you were switching up your name and going through some like spiritual awakening right now, bro. How you gonna change the spelling of your name on us, man?
Evolution, man. It never ends. I told you, we're not gonna grow wings. We don't grow wings and shit physically. We're not gonna get fucking stegs in our back. But mentally, I grew, I evolved. So it's My-Grain, like my grains, my disposition.
Okay.
Not McNasty. It's just My-Grain.
So, okay, so that's the thing, because earlier when I introduced you with the McNasty, I was kind of like, should I leave the McNasty off? Because he told me he changed his name.
I'm always going to be McNasty.
You did some Yasin Bey shit on me, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, shit. This nigga's name is different now.
Nah, he's over there now. Man. You gotta keep up, man.
Nah, that's a blessing, man. Hey, listen, the only reason I bring it up, My-Grain, is because your name has always been very special to me. It was always, it always stood out. It's always very unique. Anyone can copy it, but they don't embody it like you do. I've always loved the unique, strange spelling of it. And I've always known that you've always changed the spelling of it. You've always flipped the spelling and played with it in different energies and whatnot, and I've seen that over the years, and you take the moniker at the end off and you add it in, or you come up with a new one. So, and that's very hip hop, and that's a blessing, man. And, and don't change that. Don't change that.
That's because his bars speak for themselves. So you gonna find him no matter what. If you want to find him, you gonna find him. You know what I mean?
Facts. Right, so Bone picked. We're gonna talk about your name next time, because I went online, Mr. Walt Grizzly, did a little Googles, and I found this young cat kind of took your name, little trap nigga took your name. It was like, yo, Cole, I'm the new Walt Grizzly, nigga. So I was like, wait, hold the fuck up, what? You know what I'm saying?
He can have that. I got 100, man. Henny Rock
was a little sus, you know.
Bad vibes. Yeah, take that, man. Good. You ain't taking my.
We might have to make a.
We have to make a stop in. We have to do some paperwork.
There you go.
I got a million names, man. Come on,
get them 10th up.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
We gotta get you the forehead tat, bro. This way nobody can claim it anymore.
Yo, I'm getting forehead waves, bro. I ain't got no hair. I'm over here.
Forehead waves.
I'm getting forehead waves, bro.
That's some old head shit. All right, so let's do this real quick, gentlemen. While I got you, last few minutes here, we got about like 15 minutes left in the show. Walt Grizzly and I, Mr. Walt over there, we had a great conversation earlier, and we wanted you to be in it, My-Grain. We were like, yo, My-Grain would fucking get off on this real quick. So we were talking about hip hop crews, and not just when I say hip hop crews, I know it's real easy to just think of a hip hop crew. We're talking about hip hop crews that were compiled from other crews and became a crew. So I'm going to throw a couple of names out there. Walt can help me with a few because he was in there earlier. I said, yo, Walt, do you remember the Juice Crew? And he was like, oh shit, the Juice Crew. You're talking about Bismarcky, G-Rap. Who else was in that? Big
Craig
Daddy Kane.
Mass Days, Craig. All of them was in the Juice Crew.
Right? A lot of people will know like the Symphony song. The Symphony was kind of their like sort of hallmark track. Granddaddy.
Yeah. I told you.
Flavor Unit. You remember Flavor Unit?
Yeah. That's like that's Latifah. That's Naughty.
Tretch and
Naughty, yeah. Tretch was in there. Who else was in the Flavor Unit? We had Drez from Black Sheep, or the whole Black Sheep.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah.
Flavor Unit.
It was a lot of Jersey cats. That was how that shit started.
I'm gonna bring you back. Apache was part of the Flavor Unit.
Oh shit, Apache.
R.I.P.
Wow. Yeah, man.
What, Apache passed?
Boss.
Yeah.
Part of that.
You talking about I need a gangster bitch, yo, a gangster bitch, a gangster.
Went down heavy. Yeah. R.I.P.
Salute the general. Rest in peace. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's the king, man.
So I got on the list here. I have Native Tongue. Remember, we're talking about groups that are compiled of other groups. These are groups that were groups on their own and then became one super group.
As like leaders of the new school.
Ooh, leaders of the new school. Tribe Called Quest.
Tongues.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Yeah. That's right. You're right. Moni Love.
Mm-hmm. Brothers.
Jungle Brothers.
Word. Yeah.
Ooh. You hit it right on the fucking head.
Yeah.
Who else was in Native Tongue?
Prince Paul, De La, Tribe.
Prince Paul, definitely heavy.
I forgot about Moni Love. I don't know how.
Yeah, Moni Love for sure. Big, crazy. Whoa. You brought back some big memories there. You came up with this one, Walt. You said Bomb Squad. Elaborate on that.
Now you said the Bomb
Squad. Did I say that one?
Yeah,
no, you said that one. No, I said that one. You're right.
Boom Squad. Flip
you said
Squad.
Boom Squad. So we got Bomb Squad and we got Boom Squad.
Yeah.
So Bomb Squad. Who was the Bomb Squad, bro?
You want to go back you want to go digging in the crates too, where you got Finesse, you got AG, you got Crack, Joey Crack, and he was still Joey. You got Preem even in there.
Big L.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Showbiz AG.
Like AG to me, Andre the
South
Giant.
Bronx, baby. South Bronx.
Yeah.
You can't, like, a lot of cats still can't fuck with AG now.
Can't click.
You can't, you know what I mean? And rest in peace to Party Artie, man. I met him when I was in the Bronx.
Okay, so the Bomb Squad was Public Enemy. Public Enemy, and I don't know who else. I'm trying to get little taste of it. But the Bomb Squad was Public Enemy, so I apologize for that one. You said the Boom Squad.
Boom Squad was like
the production.
Boom Squad was Jersey.
Hold on, one at a time. I fucked y'all up with that one.
Boom Squad was like Tame One, Elder Sensei when they was that before Artifacts, like that,
Okay.
like that whole generation of Boom Squad. Reggie was even with them before he was with Def Squad and all that. Like that was, and then you had the Def Squad too. You know what I'm saying? Like
I remember that shit, man.
Squad.
EPMD, fucking. Keith Murray, Das,
What? Grado.
Cool G
Liquid
Rap.
Grado!
K-Solo, Reggie, all of them, man. Reggie's sister, all of them. They were all in there.
You guys are bringing it back. So earlier, Walt, you brought one up that gave me chills, man. Dear to me, because everybody in this group, they were kind of like the underdogs. You know, everybody was like, yeah, you cool and all, but you're the underdog. You're the second around, you know? And they put them all into one group and made it fucking nasty. Crooklyn Dodgers.
Oh, come on, son. Yo, Chubb Rock, J. Rue, Master Ace, Buck. And the Crooklyn Dodgers. OC, part of DITC as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's that real, like, the Dodgers was killing them back then, man. Special Ed.
Who was producing? Wasn't Pete Rock producing some of this shit? Or am I bugging? Primo. Might have been Primo.
Yeah, Primo did most of that, but they was doing that's what they was in studios. So Evil D was doing a lot of, like, you know what I mean, but D&D Studios and shit.
Yeah.
Primo was doing a lot of that, and then what's it called? I don't want to say Lord Finesse. He was part of DITC too. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. Forgive me, God, for that shit. One of the illest producers ever, man. What the fuck? Why I can't remember his goddamn name?
Diamond D.
Diamond D. Thank you, Diamond D. Yeah. So like,
who got sued for the name Diamond D and had to go by Diamond? I don't know if you guys remember that.
But still, man.
Yeah. So it was an Italian rapper from Long Island, I believe. And he went by Diamond D. And he sued Diamond D, the one we know. And because of it, he had to pull all the new copies they made of the album and reprint the labels to say Diamond only. So go back and look at the album covers after we leave this session, and you'll see they say Diamond only on it. In the very front, it says Diamond. And you'll be like, wait a minute, what the fuck? It's one of those like Mandela effect moments, you know?
From a Diamond D. Oh, I know a Diamond D beat. Like,
all right, a couple more. I'm gonna ream off a couple more on you guys. Hit Squad. What y'all remember about the Hit Squad?
Yeah. DOS Effects.
Yeah.
PMD.
Did we say that
That's
one earlier? Maybe we said that one earlier.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
threw
but
them.
they branched off in the Def Squad
Def
too.
Squad.
Yeah,
Def Squad.
That's
Yep,
what
yep.
that
We
was.
said DITC. So I
That's
threw
when
one.
EPMD split.
I threw one at the end of the list here that we didn't think about together when we were talking earlier in the chat there, Walt. And I wanted to get your opinion on whether you think it should be put into that. If this should be put into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame of crews that were made out of other groups to form a super group. Slaughterhouse.
No.
Ooh.
No. No.
I'd rather fuck with the Horsemen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
4 Horsemen.
For the 4
Shout out
Horsemen.
to Priest, shout out to Cass.
Cannabis, Corrupt.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah. I don't. I mean, that's what I mean. Hate Nation in the fucking building, man. Nah, I don't fuck. It's whatever, man. You can love it or hate it, man. I don't fuck with Slaughter like that, man. I just don't, man.
Wild, I love it.
I just don't. I fuck with Royce, but I don't really fuck with them like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, it's a group made up of other groups that did a pretty dope project. Should we include this? And
Yo, you know who really killed it back in the day for real on some real shit? Dungeon Family killed that shit.
Yeah.
When they put out Sleepy Brown, CeeLo, Goody Mob, Outkast, and they did all that, and they was really, really rocking some shit. Then the Houston boys was really fucking Swisher House was really putting some shit down. Like I could fuck with UGK, and I'm from the South, so I heard a lot of that. But like when I listened to Pimp C, when I rest in peace, when I listened to UGK back in the day, at the same time I had the first Brand Nubian tape, but I already fucked with Sadat and I already fucked with Son. So then I got the UGK tape the same time, and I'm like, y'all could really rap to this shit. Like they really saying some, like they, and then Dungeon, like Houston Family, UGK, like they was really putting some fucking work off on that shit. Like they really did some things and teamed up, like, and it was dope sounds, and that's hip hop to me. Like I don't care if it's jazz, marching bands, whatever. I'm talking about that vibe. Like they was really doing that. I went to ATL. I went to Houston when I was a kid. I seen how they was really rocking their shit out there. Same way I went to New York and lived. I lived in all them places. I was like, yo, they really putting it down, and they was showing love too. They was really showing love, and they had the talent. Like
crazy. So there it is. We just capped on a bunch of hip hop crews, man. Any last touches on the hip hop crew thing before we move on here?
I mean, motherfucking war.
I was just gonna say, should Orlando have its own? Because I don't know if you guys remember, we had MC Ethics for a while, which was a combination of multiple groups.
Remember that shit.
So does Orlando deserve to have its own crew?
Yeah, we all got our own crews. Yeah. Of course. Orlando's spread out and is mad big and is different on the west side, the east side.
That's the problem. Like you and I earlier,
that's
Grain.
That's not a problem.
You and I earlier were talking about it, how it's very spread out, how there's no unity here anymore. People don't want to work together anymore. It's very selfish here. Can you elaborate on that for the last 3 minutes here before we sign out?
It's selfish, man. That goes with integrity. Like I just think there's not a lot of integrity no more. Like I'm gonna be R-rated about it. There's a lot of dick riding and biasness out here. It's a lot of dick riding. Like a little celebrity come out here, everybody want to jump on his dick or something. I was never that type of guy. I ain't a male groupie. There's a lot of male groupies and all that out here. I'm not with that. But that's me.
It's always been that way. It's always been that way out here. You can't
and even more so today. I feel like the West Side sticks together more than the East Side.
It does a lot of times too, and I back My-Grain on that shit too, because like I said, like earlier, like even us not knowing each other way back in the day, but going back in the day, knowing the same crews, you see that shit, but you'd see who really was spitting, who was really about talk. Like some people was on some street shit, some people really about that rap, and some people really DJing. Like so, like that's why we all clicked up, and you're not clicked up with. If you trash, and everyone gonna tell you that shit. But a lot of people got their feet in the shit out there in Orlando too, so that's why they don't really be focusing too much on dope music. When you fuck with people that make dope music, that's why we all stick together this long. That's why we even having this conversation in 2022 instead of 98, 99.
So let's do this real quick. Before we sign off here, like I mentioned. Let's Build Orlando's group right now, real quick, just off the top of the head. It don't have to be perfect. This isn't the final draft. Who would you put top 5 groups into that
Groups
category? They got to be groups. It has to be groups because that's what these crews were made up of, groups that formed other.
Yeah, but every group had 5 groups in it. So like,
nah. I mean, like if Black Sheep gets added into the flavor unit with Queen Latifah, then that's 2 groups. You know, it doesn't matter how many there are in there.
I'm gonna start it off with Open Campaign.
Okay.
Word. Yo,
okay.
Shout out to Murdoch. Shout out to my
word. Code Drum in the spot. Code Drone holding it down. Flying Junkies.
That's why I always put work in with them homies, man. That's why, because they really
break that down real quick, because not a lot of people know. You know, Open Campaign consists of multiple groups, a lot like what we're talking about. Open Campaign.
No. Open Campaign is just me and My-Grain. Vets of Kin was multiple groups.
Vets of Kin. There it is. Wow. Ooh.
It was you and Murdoch. Yo, it's you and Murdoch. When they went out for the Sway and Tech shit, I had Murdoch on my album, the ACL shit, back in the day. They went out to the Sway and Tech shit. Like I used to be a My-Grain. I used to be watching them. I used to be watching them do that shit. Like, nah, bro. Like when they went up, hey, bro, you know how proud I was watching them on the radio from the like.
So break it down. Hold up, real quick. Break it down, My-Grain. Open Campaign. The reason I bring it up is because I always had CDs coming into the spot. And I'm talking about, you guys were so fucking diligent with your music. You would show up with 10, 20 copies, pre-burned, ready to go on CD, name scribbled on it, phone number, contact us here, tucked in the jacket, flyers, gear on, I'm going in the club. And the minute I see niggas, everybody's getting a fucking CD. And I'm not talking about everybody in the club, only people that were important to the movement, you know? And that was one thing I always remember, because it's real hard to get to somebody. When you're surrounded by a lot of people, it's hard for you to just come up to people. And you guys somehow would get in and be like, yo, check my CD out. Check this out. This is going to be the hottest shit in Orlando and across the world. Trust me, you know? And I remember taking shit back and playing it and being like, ooh, you know? Because at that time, we were doing kind of a little back history for people that are tuning in. We were doing pirate radio stations in Central Florida. We had a little, I don't want to say the area, but we had some pirate radio stations in Central Florida, right? And we would play shit on there 3 hours a day of local music only. And it would be whoever we could find from the scene, you know? And you guys were so diligent and so fucking persistent that there was no way you would not be successful off of that perseverance and off of that diligence. And that shit that's still to this day is how you guys are. It's how come we're doing this show right now, because everybody's super fucking persistent. You know what I mean? And that's beautiful. I love to see my people on that, man.
I can speak on that as a fan and as a consumer, and being at shows, even if I'm not rocking, if I'm not doing it, and seeing them spit and seeing the way they got off, seeing how the beats are, and like it wasn't no thing for me to search them out or for them to search me out to work on something, to hear that shit and to really feel and vibe to, like, you gonna find that real shit. You gonna find it. Like, if you really did, like, I'm a digger, so I'm gonna find, like, I'd be at the show, like, so it wasn't like there was 100 dudes handing their CDs out. I frisbee that shit out the window. They gave me their shit. I'm listening to that shit because I already know how they get down. You feel me?
And big shout out Murdoch, bro. That fucking dude is a criminal, bro. He should not be allowed to rap. They need to send his ass to Australia, right? And send him like to Tanzania or some shit. Lock him up, and he should not be allowed to be on the mic anymore. He should not be making beats. He shouldn't be flying drones. They should do him like they do Julian Assange and Edward Snowden. They need to like ban that motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean that yeah, man. Yeah, Open Campaign, man. Like,
see, this is the thing, bro. For whoever's tuning in right now, I'm going back to the 90s and 2000s. This is the 90s.
I got to rock with my clique. Warhead. I'm Warhead's official. Dub T from the
all day. Shout out Warheads. Big shout out Warheads. Dub T's, M3s. Big shout out Commie Click. My man Thunderfoot, a.k.a. Thunny Brown. Skem. Holding it down. Rax, Muff the Rude.
Yeah, I mean, Big
Who else can we shout out? So, let's do that while we're on that topic of shouting people out, because we're getting to that 1 hour mark. Let's kind of wrap the show up here. Go ahead and give the people a little taste of where you guys are right now. Give them your Instagram page, give them your Facebook, wherever the fuck they can find you. Everybody got a new social media nowadays. Maybe they can find you on Bumble or Tinder, whatever you got. Tell them a little bit about the project you're doing, where they can find you, so that we can kind of sign this out right now, because I think we got a good hour in right now. A lot of quality energy for the people, and this was an impromptu show, so it is what it is. We can't judge it. We just got to rub it, and love it and hug it. So I'm gonna start with you, Walt. We'll reverse the order this time. Walt, go ahead, go in. Drop your Soch on us. Yeah, drop that Soch. Go ahead. You know what to do. We've been around.
Big piece to my man Frankie Hovers, my man Nevertheless, Realm Z days, all the way up till now. Flying Junkies, check all that shit. Yeah, I mean, shout out to my man My-Grain McNasty. I mean, open campaign, all that. You can find. He's over here now, motherfucker. Like,
right?
And always, and then you can find me at Walt Grizzly, reap.so, all social media. The clouds, anything you can find me, and you can see me in the streets too. You know what I mean? I'm out here. He's over here now. I'm out here. So big up to all the homies, man. Big up to Redrum. Big up to AOD, Hate Nation, Heist and Flow, ACLSD, all of that, man. I rep all of that. You feel me? Go ahead, man.
Bet. All right, Mr. My-Grain, what you got for the people, man? Where can we find you? And I know it's going to be hard. Because I had to get your immigration papers in line just to get you to tune in. Russia had to check in. China was like, yeah, we'll approve him. You're a little too worldwide for us all. So,
we have to fill out disclosures and all that shit.
Non-disclosure. Yep. NDA.
As far as where I'm at, I'm over here now. It's mygrainmcnasty.bandcamp.com. On Instagram is mygrain5k, and that's MYGRIN, right?
My man got a PR team. Is that right?
MYGRAIN.
Yeah, like My-Grain, like the grain.
I told you not to change it, bro. Don't change your name, My-Grain. We love you for. I love you just the way you are.
Oh yeah, come on,
it's happening.
Go ahead.
That's what's up. That's what's up, Mr. McNasty in the building, Mr. Walt Grizzly. I just wanted to thank you guys for this, man. I know it's we're kind of doing things sort of run and gun. We're just kind of jumping in the back of the vehicle, and I'm throwing you a clip and throwing you. The grenade and going, we're going to go in and no plan, But I appreciate this because I feel like our upbringing, our generation, our culture missed out. There's a good maybe 15 years of us that no one can really tell what really happened other than us. We're the only ones that could tell the truth,
That's a good thing.
And it may be a hazy, foggy truth, but it's coming from our lips. So if anybody ever challenges you and says, hey, I don't believe you, well, there it is. It's documented. We got.
Smoke.
Good.
Like what?
Nobody wants that smoke.
No. It's Florida. Nobody wants that fog.
I got none of that fog, son. Word. Big ups to you, Frankie. Big up to you, My-Grain. You know what I mean? Big ups to the
fellas, no doubt. All right, so let's sign this off real quick. I'm your boy Frankie Hovers of the world famous Flying Junkies. I gotta hit a big shout out to one of my sponsors. Check out depresseddad.threadless.com. I'll say that again for you illiterate mofos. It's depresseddad.threadless.com. You guys could pick up a t-shirt there. Check my man Eric out. I call him a meme god. If you're looking for memes, I'm talking those dank memes that fuck shit up. Ones that you could jack and steal and rework and claim they're yours, and all the bitches are going to want to love you. You can hit my man up, Eric, at depresseddad.threadless.com. I should have said that earlier in the show, but it's whatever, man. We'll move that up next time.
Big up
say again.
Big up Depressed Dad, man. Plug all that.
What's up? You know what's up. We got to get you a shirt, man. We got to get you guys a couple shirts for sure.
Yo, I need a 3XL, man. I'm over here looking.
3XL. We putting in orders. Hey.
You gotta be too something to do something, man. You gotta be too something to do something. Monster.
No doubt. And if you guys want to check me out, I'm Frankie Hovers at Frankie Hovers everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the social. You can also check my crew out at Flying Junkies, flyingjunkies.com as well. We are live, we are legit, and we are trying to make this shit. Thank you guys for coming in. I think it's a hit.
Yes. Yo, big ups, man. Yo, peace, Grain.
Peace.
All right, gentlemen. I'm going to hit the go button.
We got to link up.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit you in the fist when I get down there, son.
Soon. It's official. We're going to do it soon, guys. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate y'all.
Frankie.
I'm going to hit it out here. Peace and blessings. One love.
Bars. Cook it up fast like a chef was a cheater. Lines on lines like a ref on a zebra. I'm elevated smoking on an elevator. Mounting up like a regulator. Not fat in the waiting room, but a heavy waiter. Engineers put a delay on my